Happy 21st Webkinz Day, everyone. Today we are doing a Google's takeover in honor of Webkinz Day. But I'm kind of missing one very important thing for a Google's takeover. I don't have a Google. I don't have a Google on this account. I've never had a Google plush. So we got to rectify that. It's been 21 years without having a Google. But today, we are going to change that. Today, we are going to paint every single Google. So you're going to get to hang out with me while we do that, but we're also going to be righting a terrible, terrible wrong and adopting a Google for ourselves. So if you want to join me on this Google takeover to celebrate Webkinz Day, stick around. Now it's time for us to actually start painting some Googles. And we're going to paint the first two Googles, the white classic Google and the blue Google, before we actually go and adopt a Google inside Webkinz. You may be wondering, Lacon, where did you get this idea? What made you think of painting all these Googles? Well, actually, I'm not just painting all the Googles. Yes, we're painting all the Googles in this video because I thought it'd be fun. Like a Google is, like a lot of Webkinz are based off of real animals, but the Google was kind of like one of the first, like, you wouldn't find a Google anywhere else. It is the epitome of like iconic Webkinz, you know? And I've never had a Google, so I just thought it would be fun to put them all together. And me painting them is kind of cheaper than me finding and adopting all of them. You know? So this is my way of having all these Googles without having to have all the Googles. But I'm actually not just painting all the Googles in real life. I have set out to do a giant art project where I paint every single Webkinz from the very first one to the most recent one that Gecko has ever released. So all the plushes, all the virtual pets, all the next pets. I haven't decided if I'm going to include the Mason hamsters and the Zumbuddies because technically they're not pets, but like my Mason hamsters have rooms and I use them as Webkinz. Like I can take care of them, same as the Webkinz. And the Zumbuddies also I can. They just have like their own little world. So maybe, I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. We have, me and some friends were talking the other day and it came out that like, I was like, I don't know how many. I think there's probably like 2,000 Webkinz. You know, it's a lot, but I can do it. And then we were starting to look into it, and it's probably more so closer to like 8,000. Again, haven't done the official math, but 8,000 Webkinz that I need to paint. So I don't know if I need to be adding Mason hamsters and Zumbuddies onto it, but who knows? I might. I love putting too much on my plate. I love doing it. But yeah, so this video is helping us to get to that goal. So let me show you some of the other ones that we've done so far. Like we've started with, this was the very first one I painted, the black and white cat. Cute. We painted the cheeky dog and the cheeky cat. We've done the basset hound, the black bear, the pig, the unicorn, and then I think I'm pretty much showing you all of them that I've painted so far. So the last one is the, there it is, the hippo. So I haven't painted that many before doing these Googles. So painting all these Googles is really going to help put at least a little dent in the numbers, even though it's not actually when you look at the big picture. But so yeah, and the reason I chose to paint these is because I wanted to have them physically. I thought it'd be cool to like lay them out, even though I am I'm traditionally a digital artist. I used to do acrylic painting exclusively in like middle school up and all through high school and like kind of college. But in 2018, I ended up getting an iPad and got Procreate. And ever since then, I've not really touched acrylic paints and things like that because like I can essentially make as many art pieces as I want on the iPad, which, yeah, the iPad is an expensive initial purchase, but like over the years, it's been way cheaper. I've allowed myself to experiment a lot more, and it's helped my art skills to grow exponentially. But because of that, and me coming back to acrylic painting, my acrylic paintings are looking kind of like these Googles are sometimes, you know. Atrocious. They're looking a little abysmal. So, yeah. I thought it'd be a fun challenge. And like I could print out the digital, like I could paint it digitally and then print it out, but I liked the idea of going back to acrylic painting because acrylic painting is what I really was super into when I was originally like heavily into Webkinz and things like that. So it felt right, you know? It felt right. So that's where we are today. And yeah, I'm liking now these first two Googles that I'm painting, I don't like. I don't like them. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know what he's doing, but that is not my Google. That is not my Google. I don't know what it is, but it's not my Google. It's more like an adipose from like Doctor Who. And like some of these others that I've painted so far, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know about them. But maybe that's the charm. Maybe that's the charm. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so these two Googles right here are numbers 9 and 10 of Painting Every Webkinz. So they helped us get into the double digits. The time has come to finally adopt said Google. And there's a few Googles that we can adopt. We have a few of them on here. And there's even more on just the basic Gans e-store, not on the Webkinz W Shop e-store. But we're just going to focus on the W Shop e-store. So we have the blue Googles. We have the candy Googles. And we have the classic Googles. Now, let me know which one you would adopt if you were able to adopt your very first Google for the first time again. On their website, on the Gans eStore, they also have the mystical purple Google and the pink Google. But I think we're going to go for this bad boy right here. I think we're going to adopt the original, the OG. And we're going to give him the most googliest of googlist rooms. And we're going to make up for this. We got to write this wrong right now. So this Google usually is 10,000 e-points, but since we're a deluxe member, it's only going to be 8,000. What a deal. What a deal. What should we name our Google? Okay, I don't know why. But I'm drawn to the name Wanda. Wanda the Google. It sounds magnificent. So that is what we're going to go for. Wanda the Google. Are we sure? Are we sure? This is the last chance for us to back out? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Yay, Wanda! Yay!
Congratulations! Your adoption was a success. Now it's time to meet your new pet.
What a cutie. You want to get dressed? What are we going to dress you up as, Wanda? I feel like you need something magnificent, extraordinary. Let's see, what do we have for you? Ooh, what about that? I don't know about that one. Try this dress. That one's cute. That's a cute dress on you. About that? No, that looks like a blanket. No. No. See, the thing without arms is it makes some of this complicated. No, that one doesn't look right either. This one's cute. Looks a little blankety, but it's cute. No. Okay, this one may be our best option. Anything else for you, Wanda? What if we tried to put shoes on you? No. No. I think we'll just keep the dress on. There we go, there we go. And then let's see what is in your box. We got the Google's Scrying Pond, the Google's Noodles, and a lollipop, as well as a Sarah statue, a yellow welcome balloon, and a bonus gift box. What's in our bonus gift box? A snack cart stove. Okay, okay. We're back. It's time to paint some more Webkinz. Yes, yes, yes. And right now we're going to be painting the mystical purple Google and the mystical golden Google. So these two Googles are super exclusive Googles. If you have them, you're a lucky duck. But as you can see with these Googles, like if I just hold up the atrocious classic Google and then the purple Google side by side, wow, that's a big difference. How can one person have drawn both of these? I don't know. Actually, I do know. So with those Googles not turning out and some of the other Webkinz that I'd painted before, I kind of wasn't liking, especially because like I know I have a level of artistic skill that is much higher than what these Webkinz paintings were turning out like. So it's like, okay, I know that this is going to be a process and we can like learn and like become better, but also I don't want to be hating all my paintings that I'm doing because that's just going to make me not want to work on this challenge, and I don't want to give up on it. Like, I know it's going to take a long time, but I don't want to give up on it. I want this to be something that I actually complete because I do end up starting a lot of projects and I don't complete them. So I was thinking about it and I was like, I was really contemplating, like, I know I really wanted to do all this in acrylic, but obviously it's not working out. I'm not liking how the end product is looking. It's kind of like a 50-50 chance. So like, do I just switch over to digital because that's where I'm much more comfortable? I know my skill level is at, and I know I can make something that I'm really proud of. And I was like, it just doesn't feel right. I want them all to look the same. So like, am I going to have to redo them all from the beginning or just have some of them be acrylic paintings and then the rest be digital? And I was like, I don't know. But then I remembered an amazing little art supply. Transfer paper, tracing paper, transfer paper, whatever you want to call it. Where you place down this like sheet of graphite paper, you put your image on top of it, and then you just go over the lines and it puts them down on the thing. So that way I could have a sketch that is clean and is like exactly how I want it. So I'm able to sketch it out on my iPad, get the shapes how I like it, and everything like that, and then I'm able to paint it. So the painting, I'm still going to have to work on my painting skills in general and my like color theory with painting, because I only have 3 paints, yellow, blue, and red, and then like white and black, but only 3 colors, and I'm making every single color that you see. So instead of having a bunch of different colored tubes, I only have 3. I'm still going to have to learn and improve those skills, but at least I don't have to worry about the sketch, because that was the thing that was throwing me off with a lot of these. Like, having to start the sketch on here and figure it out, and then, like, if I didn't like a line, erase it, but you can't really erase on canvas, so it becomes like this big jumbled mess, and sometimes it's hard to see. So then it's like, okay, I don't want to be drawing a lot on the canvas, so I just try to go for as like vague as possible for a shape, and that's how we ended up with that bad boy. Yes, I'm gonna keep showing off the abomination. Now, every once in a while we came out with something cute, but you know, again, 50-50. But with this way, I'm very, very happy with how these guys came out. Very, very happy with how they came out, and it's all because of the sketch at the bottom layer. The base sketch is something that I'm already super confident and happy with, so that way I don't have to worry about that. I can just like focus in on the painting and those types of skills. So doing it this new way does drastically change the look, but that's because I'm just more confident with it. So I think this is going to be going to come out with a much more positive outcome 9 out of 10 times, so we can hopefully be happy with the results, and then I don't give up on this challenge sooner rather than later. You know, hopefully we can actually finish this challenge, because I'm able to look at these and not be like, I don't want anyone to see that. I don't want that to be associated with my name. Yeah. But I've already, because I've done all the other Googles in this form with the graphite paper and the painting and all that kind of stuff, it is so much better. So much better. And this as soon as I finished this purple Google, I knew I was in for, like, I was like, okay, we can do this now. My confidence skyrocketed a little bit more. I can put my name on this purple Google. I can put my name on this purple Google. But that is pretty much what I'm doing with going from the old style to kind of this new style. But now I think it's time for us to give Wanda a room. She needs a room as worthy of her, much more worthy of her than this photo I've done of her. Although, to be fair, I drew this one before I adopted Wanda, so this is not Wanda. I don't know who this is. This is not Wanda. Don't worry. Wanda deserves so much better. So much better. So let's go see what room we give her. Now that Wanda is officially in our lives and we've righted a terrible wrong, we need her to have a room. And she deserves the best of the best. So let's go ahead and create her a room. Now, right now it doesn't look very good, but we're gonna fix that up in a jiff. And I think we'll put do we put the scrying pond in here? I think we do. I think this is kind of what we base the whole room off of. This is the vibe we're going for. So let's go ahead and bring this room to life. Does Wanda get an Oodles of Noodles room theme? This feels very Wanda coded. This does feel very Wanda coded. Kind of like the idea of an Oodles and Noodles room for a Wanda. Yeah, I think I want an Oodles of Noodles room for Wanda. Because I was originally thinking like this wallpaper to go with this, and then like that, and then like this flooring, you know, kind of go this vibe. But Now that I'm looking at it, I think this fits Wanda more. You know, the subtly absurd, not the mystically absurd. I think that's Wanda's vibe more so. And also, it's a room theme I've not used before. So it's perfect. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I really like this area and the bed area, but this section, I don't know how I feel about it. Did our e-store points just change? Are they going up or down? I think they went up. Webkinz Day special, free in-game items. Your prizes have been added to your dock. And then our Googles. Where in our dock? Because I'm actively in our dock. I think it's that. Okay. We won't touch it just yet. I like this half of the room. Don't know how I feel about this half of the room. Maybe if I flip it around. Maybe that's a little bit better. But we just need something. You're tired? Well, you're right by your bed, so you can go to sleep. But it's just this area we got to figure out what to do with. And it being oodles and noodles, perfect room theme. But I don't know how much stuff I have already in my dock that fits this absolutely perfect room theme. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. We have this Google sign. Oh, that has to go in here. It has to. No, no questions about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. That is going. Maybe some decoration items will help pull this room together. I didn't see any furniture. I don't know what I'm looking for in particular. I feel like I'll know it when I see it. Maybe these turkey things, like these Thanksgiving, like these weird plushes that are made out of like corn husks, could be cute. Maybe we can put a corn husk on the side table as well. Why not? What about this rug? This rug feels very regal. I don't know, maybe? Because this rug honestly doesn't match. I don't know if I actually like that rug. But I think the purple is too much for that rug as well. And just really lean into the corn. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, I'm feeling like the fall vibes are it. Like the Kinsville sign, that big. I mean, maybe we could hide that a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. And bring stuff up a scooch. Okay, okay, okay. Things are coming together a little bit more. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Ooh, the egg rug is, I think that's good. I think that's a good rug. Yes, that's a good rug. Ugh, if only we had a second egg rug. Never thought I'd ever hear myself say that. But we need 2 egg rugs, not just one. Okay, this may be it. I'm not really seeing anything else I can add, and it kind of like we filled out the space pretty much. Like, it doesn't have to be a jam-packed room. So I think this may be it. Can we still walk? Yes. Okay. We can still pretty much get everywhere, and that's the main thing. I like my rooms to be cute, but also functional, which means we need to drag this over one so we could get out that door. Because we have to have this little Google windmill thing. So cute. Okay, I think this is a room fit for Wanda. What do you think? What do y'all think of that room? I kind of like it. I kind of like the room, you know? Uh, it just screams Google. Why? I have no clue. Don't ask me to explain. But if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. But I when I thought of this idea, at first I was like, ooh, it would be cool to adopt all the Googles because there's not that many of them. So I could do it. It's not like if I tried to adopt every puppy or every dog or every bird or something like that. Like it's a more feasible number that I could reasonably adopt all of them. Because I was like thinking, what am I going to do to celebrate Webkinz Day? Last year, I made a cake. Do I want to do that again? No, thank you. I like making the cooking videos for Webkinz, but also I don't want to like humiliate myself all the time with making those cooking videos because I feel like they're kind of a humiliation ritual with how badly I do. Because I'm not trying to be bad on purpose. It just happens. And so I didn't want to put myself through trying to make that cake again. And I wanted to do something bigger or at least just as exciting as last year. Oh, also, while we're talking about this, we're painting the pink Google, the classic pink Google, which honestly, this painting is probably my favorite painting out of all these Googles. I love the colors. I love the shape. I love the little scraggly fur bits on it. It's my favorite one. And we're also painting the rainbow Google. Just in case you're wondering. If you couldn't already tell which Googles we're painting. But yeah, like I was like, that may be a lot of money. I don't know if I want to do that. Especially because like for me to get the golden mystical one, right now there's a deal on Webkinz, or at least there was for Webkinz Day, where it's it's one of the e-store point things, but you still have to spend like $130 to get it. It's like, ooh, don't know if I want that. Don't know if I want that. So I was trying to think of something else because I've never had a Google before, and I feel like Googles are classic Webkinz, you know? I feel like everyone knows, like when you see a Google, you know exactly where that's from, and it just feels wrong to not have a Google. I don't know how I never had a Google. Well, actually, I do know how. I kind of thought they were weird. I didn't understand them growing up. I was like, why would I want this, like, weird fake duck? You know? It's like a worm and a duck had a baby. Like, why would I want that? But now, as I'm older, I understand the whimsy of it. I understand the cuteness of it. And I do think they're cute. Getting one of the main reasons I chose the classic one is because of that, because that's the original one, and also that's probably going to be the easiest one for me to find a plush of. One, because a lot of the other ones, like the mystical Googles, the rainbow Google, the candy Google, things like that, they don't have plushes of them, but this classic one I've seen in like thrift stores all the time without a code, but that's fine. So me getting the code through my e-store points, and then I can just, if I ever see a white Google out in the wild, I can get a plush version of Wanda and have that there, and it's all great and dandy. Also, every time I talk about like my Webkinz collection, I always feel like I'm going to be yelled at. Not actually, but I feel like I'm going to be yelled at for not having a Google. There's like a lot of Webkinz that I'm like, how do I not have more of that in my collection? Like, I only have 3 underwater animals and like maybe like 4 or 5 birds. How is that possible? How is that possible? And like I don't have as many like signature Webkinz as I would like and things like that. So like there's a couple of different categories where I'm like, I feel like I may be judged on how many I do or don't have of a specific animal in my collection or not. And the Google is like a big one. The Google is a huge one. So that's why we're fixing it today. Now no one can say anything because Wanda is here to save the day. Wanda's here. Also, I feel like this question may come up because I've had this question come up on just in my other videos of like painting these Webkinz, is why I paint the background a bright color. Like, why is the background painted pink and then I just completely paint over it? It's literally just there to prep the canvas. Painting on white is sometimes difficult, especially if you have like a trait, like if you have like lines that you're going to be painting over, like a sketch and things like that. It can get really smudgy, really dirty, and also just you want to like have like a nice layer to one, prep the canvas, but also, as you can see with like this one, you can kind of see like in the background there's a little bit of spots where I didn't fully, like, it's not like the layer of paint is not even, or like in like the corners, I didn't fully get it on that, in that corner. I didn't fully paint over it. Not on purpose, it just happens. And then like in this one you can kind of see bits of the background. Sometimes I'll paint it to where the background will kind of match what I know the background is going to be in the end. Like you can see in this one, there's like 2 different colors in that background, but they're still kind of blue. You might be able to see, you might not. I don't know. So sometimes I would match it, but other times I just go with a super bright color. So then it's like very obvious what I have and haven't painted. So yeah, that's why I do it. It adds, in the end of drawing, it can sometimes add dimension and fun and just another layer of paint. Like with this one, I really like how the background came out with it. And so you're able to see where you're going. You're able to see where you're painting. You've prepped the canvas, and it just makes it look fun sometimes. You're able to like do unique things with your paintings, with your paint, because you have a fun colored background. I chose bright pink, and I think I'm going to stick with it for the rest of this, because again, I was trying to match some of them with the background they were going to be, but I think I'm just going to stick with the bright pink because I do have a jug of pink, that bright pink that I'm never going to really use for other than that, so like might as well use it up. But yeah, that's why the backgrounds are so insanely bright. But now we're fixing to do something that like is not Google related. I know. How dare I? This is a Google takeover. How can I do something not Google related? But because of it's Webkinz Day, if you adopted a Webkinz on Webkinz Next and Webkinz Classic, there was like specific Webkinz, essentially all the newer Webkinz. If you adopted one of them on Webkinz Next and Webkinz Classic on the 29th, you could get extra prizes and things like that. So we're going to do that. I was able to get a Webkinz, and so we're going to adopt them. And I just thought, what better, instead of making a whole different video for that adoption. Just slide them into here. Slide them into here. Because we still have more Googles to paint. So don't go anywhere. The Googles aren't over. The Google takeover isn't over. We're just taking a little side mission. So we're going to be taking a break from all the Google madness that we've been doing for Webkinz Day. And we're going to adopt a Webkinz Gecko. Mainly because on Webkinz Day, if we adopt a pet in Webkinz Next and in Webkinz Classic, we can get some special prizes. So shout out to my mom for helping find the new Webkinz Gecko, so that way we can adopt them together for Webkinz Day. So excited. It's not a Google, but there's no Googles in Webkinz Next, so I feel like a gecko is the next best thing. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Why is he sitting like that? Why is he sitting like that? But I love him. I love him. So we're gonna be naming him Lyman. So the reason I'm naming him Lyman is because my favorite Animal Crossing villager is Lyman. Lyman is not a gecko villager. He is a green koala, but he is the same shade green as this plush is. And as soon as I saw that green, that's all I could think of was Lyman. So that is who we're naming our gecko after. A beautiful, beautiful, bright green koala. And I don't know why there's no audio. Did I? Oh, it's because I did that. It's because I did that. That's why there's no audio. May I please have something to eat? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Have a cappuccino. Why does he look like that? Why did they do it like that? I don't know how else they do it, but... So we got our Gecko gift box and our Webkinz Day adoption gift. So let's go home and open them. Look at him walk. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Let's open up our Webkinz Gecko gift box first. We got a baseball glove, a sparkle plant, mosquito mousse, monstera leaf hammock chair. Okay. Here, let's look at the hammock chair. Ooh. How do you sit? How do you look sitting in it? You look like a distinguished gentleman. That's how you look. I love him already. Lyman, you are literally the best. Like, you look funky, but honestly, it works in this weird 3D style that Webkinz Next has. It truly does work. So, like, you may be the best looking Webkinz Next Webkinz I've ever had. But let's see what's in this Webkinz Day appreciation box. We got 20 diamonds. We got a Best of Mystery Capsule 3, bonus spark drinks, and a Webkinz Day lounger. Okay. So the bonus spark drinks is to just give our pets more babies, which I still don't even have enough for one baby, so I'm not going to be using that anytime soon. But let's see what's in this Best of Mystery Capsule 3. It's very fancy. Gothic Halloween wallpaper. Okay. What's that look like? Ooh, I like that. It's very subtly gothic. Like, if you just glanced at it, you might not see the skulls. I like that. And then the Webkinz Day lounger. Our distinguished gentleman can sit down yet again. And he's perfect. He's perfect. Happy Webkinz Day. Your gift box has been added to your dock. Yay. Okay. And let's go ahead and go.
Please enter the adoption code that came with your pet. Okay, now all we need to know before we can send this pet home with you
Oh my
is
goodness,
their
what a
name
cutie,
and
what
whether
a
they are
cutie.
a boy or a girl.
Lyman. I really like his design in here. Obviously, the Webkinz Next design is funky and funny and good, but in like a funky, funny way. Uh, but this one is just a good, solid Webkinz design. There he is. Oh, his face is long.
Congratulations! Your adoption was a success. Now it's time to meet your new pet.
His face is real long. You want to get dressed? Okay. What are we dressing Lyman in? I feel like he needs some shades. Oh, yes, absolutely. Those glasses are huge on him. What about those glasses? Those look a little bit better, but honestly, this is Lyman. This is Lyman right here. Maybe those shorts, and do we have a top that goes with it? Honestly, may not even need a top, you know? He's going to the beach. Okay. We got our 2 gift boxes. We got the Gecko one. We got the Monstera leaf hammock and the mosquito mousse. And then we have watermelon and a rubber ducky car, a welcome balloon, and a bonus gift. Go ahead and open the bonus gift first. We got 1,000 kinzcash. And then for the 21-day Webkinz anniversary, we've got the 21-year trophy. We got the 21-year group print, the cake, and the Canada Goose medallion box. Okay, it's official. I love Lyman. Honestly, his design in Webkinz Next is probably better than it is in Classic. I never thought I would say that about a Webkinz. Never thought I would say that about a Webkinz, but his just bizarre design fits so perfectly in the Webkinz Next aesthetic. It just does. It just does. But right now, we're going to be painting the Snowy Google and the Candy Google. Now, these are the Googles that I was the most nervous about. I was the most nervous about these, and so of course I put them off till the very end. It's fun. It's fun, you know? I needed my confidence up anyway, you know? I needed to get my confidence up, and honestly, this pink Google did that for me. My confidence is through the roof, so I feel like I can tackle anything. The rainbow Google probably is not my favorite, but still, leagues better than womp womp. I feel so bad for this painting. He's like, please stop showing me in all my shame. I didn't do this to myself. You did. I know. And I apologize for all of the embarrassment I've caused you. Just like, I can't believe Webkinz is 21 years old. Webkinz is now legal, old enough to drink. So raise a glass. Raise a glass to Webkinz. Hey! I don't have any alcoholic beverage with me right now, but you know, if you're of age to have an alcoholic beverage, raise a glass to Webkinz. Cheers. You deserve it. Because there have been so many games that I grew up with around the Webkinz time that have not made it. They've died. Sad deaths. There's a lot that have survived through the actual people who ran it originally or still running it, or through like community projects of like actual fans reviving the game and making it usable again. But Webkinz has survived this entire time on its own. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's done so. Not because I didn't think it could, but because I get so many people telling me Webkinz is still a thing? Webkinz is still around? Oh, I remember Webkinz. I love Webkinz. All this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's still here. But I'm so lucky to be one of the ones who did log in on a regular basis, even though like there was that period of time when I was like in high school and it wasn't fun or cool to like this childish thing, but I really am happy to like that the Webkinz community is resurging again. It feels like more and more of us that grew up with it are like coming back to it and being like, you know what? Yeah, I do like Webkinz still. And it's not that big of a deal. So I don't know how many more years Webkinz has in our lives, but I would love for it to be 21 more years, you know? I would love to be able to see this game grow and evolve and just become better and better. Like, we have them working on the desktop version again, which would mean that once they get that fixed, potentially new features inside Webkinz Classic. We have Webkinz Next, and I have my thoughts. A lot of people have their thoughts on Webkinz Next, but it's a game that they're putting fresh new ideas into, and it's a way to keep this community and this thing we love alive. So I'm excited to see what happens this year with Webkinz. I'm excited to see what happens in the years to come. Like, where is Webkinz going to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Will I be done with painting all the Webkinz by then? That's honestly the real question. I hope so. I hope so. But honestly, we don't know. We don't know. All I want from Webkinz is that the relationship that I have with it stays positive. I don't want it to become this thing that is tainted or soured, and if I ever do fall out of it again, you know, I hope it's not out of shame for liking a childish thing, you know. I hope it's just out of a natural evolution of being like, yeah, you know, right now in this season of life, I'm more interested in this thing and not so much Webkinz, you know. But at the end of the day, I'll know that Webkinz is always there for me if I need it. So, yeah. I just can't believe it's been 21 years. I've been hanging out in Webkinz world since June of 2007. I still have so many vivid memories of adopting a lot of my Webkinz from back in the day. Like, I remember when I first discovered Webkinz and how thoroughly I went through picking out my first Webkinz. I remember looking at a list of all the available Webkinz I could potentially get a plush for and writing my top 10 list down, and then going to the mall. I remember the exact mall. I remember vividly walking into the Hallmark that I walked into and seeing the stack of Webkinz there, looking at my list, seeing the Webkinz there, and realizing that my number 5th choice, the Beagle, was there. And being so excited, instantly picking it up, even though it wasn't my top pick. The idea that, like, I could get a Webkinz that was on my list at, like, the first store we went to. And then, like, going home, adopting him, and starting this, like, amazing journey. You know? Like, I couldn't, like, that memory is ingrained with me forever, and I never want to lose it. And so the idea that, like, there could be people, young people, old people, whatever age, having, like, that memory of getting their first Webkinz, or, like, just a big moment in their life, having Webkinz a part of it, and so they can have those sweet memories like I have. I hope that continues. I hope it continues with Webkinz next 21 years. But, you know, even if it's not, Webkinz will be a part of my heart for forever. They can't take it away from there. They can't take it out of my head. But yeah. Ugh, it's great. Thank you. Thank you, Webkinz. Thank you, Gans. And who'd have thought I'd be painting all of them 21 years later? Should have started this challenge sooner. Should have started it in 2007 when there was only like 20. Silly me. Silly me. But with that being said, we've painted all the Googles. Look at them all. Look at them all. You know, which one is your favorite? I have my favorites. I've shown you my favorite. My favorite is definitely the pink Google. I don't know how to close this out, but let's go back into Webkinz Classic and try to figure out how to close this out properly. Yeah? Yeah. So here Lyman and Wanda are together, and I believe we got our special prize. Let's open up this Webkinz Day adoption gift box. So we got 5 free Wheel of Wow coupons. We got 20 any pet medallions and a Webkinz Day lounger. We saw how he looked in the Webkinz Next lounger. How's he look in this one? The Webkinz Day lounger looks a little out of place, but he's still cute. He's still a cutie. Okay, and now we have to figure out what we're gonna use those 20 pet medallions for. Like, I could use them for the Canadian geese, but it still wouldn't get us enough. Still wouldn't, because it's the 29th. We would have tomorrow, but that would give me 91, and I think I would get 5 tomorrow, 5 or 6, which would be just shy short. So I think I may save them for someone else in here. Maybe whenever I'm just super close to getting one, I'll pop it in there. I think that's what I'll do. And then these Wheel of Wow spins. Do we use them? Nah, we save them. We save them. We don't spend it all in one place. Nah. But thank you so much for hanging out with me in Webkinz World and in real life as we had a Google takeover to celebrate Webkinz Day. I'm so glad we now have Wanda. I'm so glad I now have a Google in my life. And also Lyman here is a cutie, but he's the added bonus. He's not the main event. Sorry. Yeah, getting to paint all these, it was a lot of fun to just kind of like paint all the Googles in one go pretty much and see them all side by side. And it's given me a lot of motivation to continue painting all the Webkinz because we have a lot of Webkinz to go. We have a lot of Webkinz that we need to paint. So we gotta keep finding fun, different ways for us to make challenges for ourselves within this massive, massive challenge. But happy 21st anniversary to Webkinz. I hope everyone had a wonderful Webkinz Day. I know I sure have, and I can't wait for us to have many, many more Webkinz Days together. But if you have any challenges or fun like suggestions for what I should do for painting all the Webkinz, like maybe I spend a week trying to just paint as many as possible, like a 24-hour marathon where I just try to paint as many as I can, or I just paint I paint a lot of green Webkinz, or paint a lot of purple ones, or I paint all the multicolored ones, or I paint Pet of the Month Webkinz and things like that. Just different ideas. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of our room here and Wanda. I really like how this room came out. I think Wanda is gonna have so much fun in this Oodles of Noodles room. And I don't have a room for Lyman yet, so we'll have to decorate him a room. But he gets the joy of having two rooms. One in Webkinz Classic and the other in Webkinz Next. So everyone should be jealous of him and his rockin' shades. Yeah, with that being said, if you want to see more videos like this, I post pretty much every week. Webkinz content, most of the time we're in Webkinz Classic, and every once in a while we're in Webkinz Next. We may be doing more Webkinz painting videos, long form as well, but if you definitely want to be seeing all my Webkinz paintings as I do them, follow me on Instagram at the Kinz Vault. That is where I'm posting most of my that's where I've posted pretty much all of my paintings up until this point, and that's where I will continue to be posting them. That's going to be the main place that all my paintings are showcased. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to follow me over there as well. With that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time in Webkinz World. Bye!